Being in your 20s in 2024 is not as fun as I thought it would be. And honestly, I'd go as far as to say it sucks. These last couple years have honestly been some of the most boring, lifeless years of my life. And I kind of want to just give some perspective from my point of view on why I kind of feel that way. So me personally, I'm somebody that's honestly very introverted, but I have good social skills and I like doing stuff. I'm not one of those people that just wants to be in the house all the time, but I enjoy being in the house, and being in the house is really comfortable for me. I'm somebody that always grew up playing games, and that was something I always found joy in, and it kind of kept me in the house a lot of the time. So I remember being in high school, every time there was a party or something going on, honestly, oftentimes I would be invited. I was someone that never really had a problem with friends, and I was always kind of a part of a lot of stuff, but I kind of preferred just being at the crib a lot of the time. And it doesn't help because around that time, some of my favorite games were out. That's when Overwatch, the first one, came out. Destiny 1 was out. I know life the fuck out of those games, so a lot of my high school experience was playing those games, to be honest. But I remember if there was a party, or if my friends had something going on, if they wanted to go do something, a lot of the times I would be down, just not every time. I'm not someone that personally can go out like 3 days in a row. I need to go back to the crib and chill. I need time to myself. Always needed alone time and to do my own thing. So it led me to like kind of saying no to a lot of stuff, but a lot of things that I didn't expect that I was going to enjoy, or that I didn't plan to go to initially, are some of my best experiences in life. So sometimes you kind of got to get uncomfortable and just do shit, or just say yes. Basically, the reason why I bring that up is because in high school, I remember I had the option to do stuff. Even though I wanted to be at the house most of the time, if I wanted to do something else, I always could. Like, I had friends to do stuff with, and I was like, invited to go do stuff. That's why nowadays shit sucks so bad, because I feel like I don't have the option to go do stuff. It feels harder to have fun. And I feel like a lot of people can kind of relate to that. Like, being in your 20s, I just feel like shit is just not as fun. So fast forwarding a little bit, I remember when all that stuff happened in 2020, COVID and shit. I remember before that time period, I was really enjoying life. My birthday is Christmas Eve, and I remember having an amazing birthday, an amazing New Year. I was really, really excited because I had just turned 21. And so that was really exciting for me. Like, I was like, dude, I can do whatever the fuck I want now. I can go to clubs. I can go out and drink. Even though, honestly, I was never a party person. I never did that in high school. I never really did that even after high school. But I was excited to kind of now, just to have the opportunity. And I remember after turning 21, everything went downhill. Like, all the social life that I did have was out the window because of COVID. At first, coming from an introvert's perspective, COVID, at first, before we knew how long it was gonna last, was the best time of my life. Friends that I was really close to in high school, they all left our hometown to go to school. I remember literally being the only one back home because I never wanted to go to college. And dude, those are some of the most lonely years of my life. Like, that first year when all my friends were gone, that shit was lonely as hell, and I was just at home bored and just working because there's nothing else to do. I remember when COVID first started, everybody was back on the game. Like, all my friends were back playing games. Everybody was back home. Everybody was just chilling. And at that first starting point, everything seemed so cool. I was like, yeah, I can kind of chill and be at home, play games with my friends. Like, it was just a perfect scenario for an introvert at the time. And also, it was cool for me because during COVID, you couldn't go do anything. So I didn't have to make any excuses to like why I didn't want to go to stuff or why I didn't want to do stuff. Like, we all have to be inside. So that was a good excuse for me too. But once reality sat in that, oh shit, this COVID thing might be for a while, it just like all the fun went out all the depression and sadness kind of came in. To be honest with you, it was just really a sad and boring time for me as the time went on. It just felt weird being in my 20s and being so excited to like, go outside and do stuff and grow and party with friends and experience life while being young and shit. Around this time too, like, my friends were entering their junior year of college, senior year of college and stuff. And it was supposed to be a time where we were gonna have a lot of fun. They were getting their own places. I used to always kind of visit them, even though I wasn't going to college. I would visit them on their campuses, and we would just hang out for the weekend and shit. And it was really fun. And so it was weird because all the stuff that was supposed to be fun and that I was looking forward to kind of got shut down by COVID and kind of never came back. My homies, they just got their own places. Like, oh, we're gonna have a good time. It went from all this ambition and all this kind of excitement to being complete opposite and extremely boring, and one of the most isolated time periods I've had in my life. You know, I think we can all relate. Like, COVID was probably one of the most isolating time periods for everybody, but for like a lot of guys are just like, fuck it, dude, we're just gonna grind and put in work. There's nothing else to do. And I feel like you can only do that for so long, man. My ambition is just to make enough money so that I can have more fun, honestly. Get my own place so I can have friends come over and play Mario Party and eat good food and have good times. To me, that's fun. That's what sounds like a good time for me. And it just sucks that stuff is so hard to reach nowadays. Like, getting your own place nowadays is extremely tough. And keep in mind, you can do it and you can work hard and you can make it work. Everybody I know that has their own place, or they live on their own, or even just being moved out in general, even if you have a roommate, like, bro, a lot of your expenses goes towards your rent, and that just feels really bad, man. It feels bad that, you know, we're not gonna own it, but we're paying this much in rent just to have a cool place to stay. I love being at home. For perspective, I love my room. I love where I stay, but I stay with my mom and my brother, and it's cool, but I can only do this for so long, you know what I mean? Especially as like a man, I want to have my own stuff, and I want to be able to grow and just level up, and it seems like I'm being limited so much by just the economy and the times and just kind of everything, man. And it sucks because, the answer to having more fun is to have more money. And I just wish that it wasn't like that. Like, I know there's fun things to do for free. I understand that, but you guys get what I'm saying. If you really want to enjoy yourself, take trips and shit like that, bro, you gotta have money. Last year, I made it a point of emphasis to get uncomfortable and do stuff that I normally wouldn't do, say yes to stuff that I wouldn't normally say yes to, and it made my year just 1,000 times better. It just felt good to just be really uncomfortable and just kind of have fun doing stuff that I didn't think I was gonna enjoy. So last year I took a solo trip, which is something that I would never have done before. I'd never even thought of. I always wanted to go to certain places and do certain stuff, but I kind of always waited on other people to also want to do things like that. And if you wait on other people to do stuff that you know you want to do right now, man, you're gonna be waiting around for a long time. And that's something that I fell in the trap of, was like, oh, I can't do this because, you know, they don't want to do it, or I'm like waiting on people. But I took a solo trip. It was scary at first, bro, but it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I took a trip to Seattle. For context, I'm in California, so it's not that far. So it was like a small trip, but it's somewhere I always wanted to see. And dude, I just got to have a good time, and I saw what I wanted to see. I went on hikes. It was beautiful out there. Ate really good, amazing food out there. Met a lot of cool people, and I had a friend out there too, so it was cool. I got to like meet up with them, and they showed me around. It was a cool time. A few months later, I took a trip to New York with a couple of my good friends, which I'm extremely grateful for, because we all know taking a trip with friends is very tough. To get everybody on the same pace, that shit is a hassle. But I went on a trip with a couple of my friends, and one of our friends actually stays out in New York, and so we got to visit them, and they showed us around. We met a lot of his homies. They showed us a great time, man. Just amazing places to eat. We went to cool parties, a lot of events, and just stuff was just going on. New York is nowhere like where I'm from. I live in the suburbs of California, like an hour from LA, and it's boring as shit where I live. It's nice as hell. The area is very nice, but it's boring. There's nothing going on. I'm never gonna see somebody that I don't know that's like around my age, you know what I mean? That's kind of depressing. I feel like I know everybody here. This is why I need to get out of here. I need to get away from this area because there's just nothing exciting. You know, I kind of know all of it. And so just imagine I feel like I outgrew this area probably like 7 years ago. So imagine feeling like you outgrew somewhere 7 years ago and just having to deal with it. I'm actually someone that wants to move really bad. I want to do stuff, but it's so hard. It's so expensive, and I'm just not there yet. So instead, I'm spending my 20s at the house, saving money, being bored, not having fun, and just kind of going through the same cycle every day. It's not really that fun. I tried to do certain things to change up that pace, and so I started going to a new gym. That helped a lot, like seeing new faces and stuff like that. That was cool. I've been trying to just like be out more, even if it's like doing small stuff. But even then, man, even those small times that I do go out, right? Say if I do go out to a club or I go out to drink with some friends, I feel like it's so hard to make genuine connections with people outside. I tend to just kind of be over it. Everybody seems too cool to have fun. I haven't been to a club that many times, but the few times I have been, it's been the same experiences, man. It's like dudes trying to look cool because they got all the money in the club, and girls are just all around, and everybody else is just kind of standing around trying to look cool. Like nobody's ever even having fun. People just want to look like they're having fun. Let me record a video so we look like we're having fun, but then we're just gonna sit there and do nothing. It's just really lame to me. So I find myself not really enjoying clubs. Like I thought it was gonna be the coolest thing. Everybody makes clubs seem so cool, but that shit's overrated. These are definitely not the clubs that my parents were going to. They were just having a good time. Nobody had phones. Everybody was just vibing, enjoying themselves. I don't want this to come off as you never have a good time. I have a good time a lot of the time too, but I'm also just giving criticism to how things are, and I've just seen a lot of this stuff from my personal experience. I've met a lot of cool people and a lot of genuine people, but I'm just saying it is something that's kind of rare. Like I feel like I don't really run into people that are just kind of down to talk and are just open and cool. Everybody kind of is just holding themselves like they're just too cool to talk to you. I don't know. Or even my experience with women over these last a few years has honestly also been different. Like, I remember I used to run into random girls just doing stuff. Me and my friends are just out doing something. We would just meet people, or we had groups of girlfriends. And it could be, of course, it could me just be getting older. I know that's 100% part of the reason why life is not as fun is because I'm getting older, but I do have to also blame a lot of it on just the current times and how things are. I feel like, yeah, of course, it's a given that when you get older, you're not going to be living like you were in high school, of course. But I was actually somebody that didn't really care about high school fun. I was looking forward to being grown and being able to experience a lot of like stuff that was grown. But I feel like I haven't got to enjoy much of that truly. And it really sucks from my point of view too, because I was somebody that I was very shy and reserved in high school, and even after high school I was still like that for a long time. So it kind of sucks that when I did get the confidence and I did actually want to start going out and doing stuff, now it's so hard to. I feel like I can't experience the stuff that I was looking forward to. You know what I mean? And I'm somebody that I crave that social aspect. Social media is not enough for me. I know for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that are younger, I feel like if you're younger watching this video, you gotta understand that times are so different now that I feel like a lot of these really younger kids are just growing up on the internet. That's all they really know. So I'm not like that out of touch. Like, I'm assuming they still hang out with friends and do stuff, but I'll be honest, I don't really see kids out doing shit. I really don't. Like, I don't really see people doing stuff. So I don't know if they'll be able to relate to this video, but that's why this video is for people in their 20s. You guys probably, there's some of you guys that definitely understand what I'm talking about. But if you're somebody that's like me that doesn't love being on social media, it feels like I don't know how else to meet people. Like, all the girls that have shown interest in me are usually from social media, you know, or a lot of friendships I've made recently are like social media friendships. And so there's obviously benefits with it, but I'm saying, what happened to just getting that vibe in person, man? I feel like I haven't been able to experience that in so long, man. Everything feels so much based on social media. People care more about how they present themselves on social media than in real life, and that's when you know stuff is just kind of just different, honestly. Like, what a normal day looks like for me is honestly just work, go to the gym, watch YouTube, probably some anime, game maybe. Gaming is rare now though too, even because I don't even have friends that play the same games. I have like 2 homies that I'll play with, and even then it's like so rare to get us on at the same time. So even something I used to love as much as gaming, like, it feels so hard to enjoy nowadays. I can get into an hour-long conversation about the decline of gaming, but I'm gonna save that for another video. We're not gonna get into that right now, but that shit basically made it like, even when I am in the house, I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to because gaming sucks. I'm gonna take it easy type of. A lot of the time I'm just smoking, chilling. I like going on night walks a lot too. They're just peaceful and it's just nice because nobody else is out there. So I'll go on a lot of walks, bike rides at nighttime. I've been playing basketball a lot recently. And so it's like all these things, they're cool and they kind of make my routine not so bad. Like, I enjoy my routine, but at the same time, everything I'm doing is so isolated, and most of the time it's just me. That's really just what it is. I'm going on those walks alone, you know. I'm doing stuff alone most of the time, and it's cool. And especially coming from somebody that I do really enjoy my own alone time, I love being by myself. I honestly need it a lot of times. I kind of need time away from people to do my own thing. But even for someone like that, I still like doing stuff once in a while. So it sucks that finding stuff to do that I would really enjoy seems so hard nowadays. It just seems really hard. I feel like a lot of you guys can relate, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. A lot of people I talk to, they seem to relate to what I'm saying, but maybe I'm just crazy and I'm just kind of going through it and I need some help. And I'm just the only one, but I highly doubt it. I think a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm feeling, and it's just been tough, man. I just wait for stuff to get better, but you kind of gotta just work on it yourself and try to make your reality as full and enjoyable as you can with your current situation. I honestly do what I can to enjoy right now, and I'm grateful for right now, but I'm just always wanting for more. You know, I want a better future for myself as well. So while I'm currently enjoying the moment, I'm always looking forward to the future and what's next. I honestly want to know what a lot of your guys' routines are. Not even routine, but what are you guys doing? Little things you enjoy, but everybody's kind of just sticking to themselves, at least around this age range that I'm talking about. I'm telling you, all my friends are just busy doing their own thing. They got girlfriends or they got jobs that they really got to put a lot of time into, or they're just busy focusing on themselves. And it leads to this point where I feel like most people that I talk to around this age range, like, they're just doing that, you know. Everybody's focused on them, which I'm also focused on me too, but it leads at this point, it's hard to get people together is what I'm saying, at least from my experience. I want to know what a lot of you guys are doing. Are you guys also just working and kind of just waiting for things to get better, or do you guys the same mindset as me? I'm just working and I'm trying to just stay focused on what I can change and what I can do. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be here, and I truly mean that. Like, I'm just glad I'm able to even just talk to you guys or be able to do some things that I want. And honestly, life is pretty good, but it's just the fact that I feel like things could be so much better. I just hope that things do get better, things do get less expensive, and stuff does change so that maybe we can enjoy ourselves a little bit more. But until then, man, it seems like everybody just has their head down, working, staying out the way, trying to save money, basically not put themselves in a position to be broke. That's what it feels like. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. I'm someone that truly believes that, but if I'm being honest, it just feels like the light just gets dimmer and dimmer. Like, it's harder for me to just stay motivated. It feels like a lot of things have just been stalled out for so long, and everything feels so much the same that it does get kind of hard to be, motivated and excited about stuff. But I'm working for things to change. I hope you guys are doing the same, and I do want to hear from you guys. Those of you guys that are in your 20s and you can kind of relate to what I'm saying. I wonder what you guys are doing. How do your guys' days look? Like, what have you guys been doing? How do you feel? How are you feeling, man? When's the last time somebody asked you how you're feeling, man? Because I'll tell you, that's kind of why I had to hop onto here today. I feel just like I've hit a wall. I can only do this for so much longer. I need some change. I need change bad. So that's why I'm doing this video. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while. I appreciate you guys listening to me yap and kind of just go on a little rant. None of this was really planned. This is all off the top of the dome, so I'm pretty sure you guys can tell, so go easy on me. But like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. I want to hear how you guys feel about this. Like, am I tripping or not? But I've never made a video like this before, but this was honestly fun just to talk and get my thoughts off. So if you guys like this type of video, let me know in the comments. I would not mind doing stuff like this more often. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to say and talk about. So I appreciate you guys again for listening to all of this. Like, I know I was ranting. I don't know how long this video is even gonna be, to be honest with you, but I appreciate you guys again. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one.